marrying your daughter so much, who will marry?
Can I add something?
Oh, I'm being told we don't have time to take more questions. Let's just get one more. This is from a man. We can't leave them out. This is the last question.
Good evening. My name is John Serone. I'm the founder. I think it's very clear. My name is John. I'm the founder and CEO of Sumseron Coffee. I sell the best coffee in the world. Maybe you can look at me so that you don't forget. Yes. Well, you know, someone once said a goal, you know, can only be achieved through a dream. So allow me just to say this. Mutai, I think I've been following you for quite some time. And as a mentor, I started with tea. So I remember I've been to our office severally trying to ask what are the secrets for trade to this lady, such that she's doing so well in an industry that is dominated by men. So my question now here is to the panelists and even to the banker and to the women right here, because you know money follows. If when there is value in an idea, you give out money to that idea. So one, to the team, you know, based on the topics that you're covering, what specific strategies, at least in the spirit of Mambo ni Matatu, at least give us three, or programs which can be implemented to address the gender gap when it comes to access to capital for women enterprises, business. And two, to the investors or to the banks as well, how can the investor ensure that there is actively support to women-led ventures which are aligned to value more than just any other business? So if you can really at least address those ones, it will give, you know, a clear view on how the women can really access the finances, and even, you know, through the venture, whereby there is so much capital there. No one should say that there is no money. There is a lot of money, but so long as you have value in your business, money will always follow you.
Thank you for those questions. I believe that a number had been answered. So very briefly, I will ask Flora, the strategies that has been directed to you. Then we have our bankers. We can have Rose briefly address it. And then if there is any closing remark, then we can just have Catherine do a last one.
Mambo ni Matatu, like you say. I think the first one is to continue what we are doing, which is being intentional. I think we really just need to start having quotas, measuring the quotas, and making sure that women are showing up. And if they're not showing up, finding them where they are. The second one is just to continue what we're doing again, which is capacity building. But capacity building in the correct way. This classroom, and then everybody sort of does the curriculum, and I have to attend this curriculum, and it's really not what I want. Maybe we need to go start looking at what are the nuances. Because like you said, there is a lot of money, but is it the right kind of money at the right kind of time? And I think the third one is for the banks to also continue to refine their products. Look at when am I asking for my business? Is it, I mean, my money? If I'm a seasonal business, can that be given at different seasons? If I need money for stock loans, can I have a specific? Can it be structured in a way that I cannot even misuse the money? I can only do it in that particular way. So for me, those are the three things, and I would say that we continue
So it's for them to just understand. And then as far as the training is concerned, right now here where we are seated, we are mixed up. We are maize and beans hapa, boshonzo, kila kitu iko hapa, si ndio? But there are those specific trainings that we call you for. We had one with IFC, Women in Construction. Yesterday we had Agra, and I'm very surprised there are some of you who are in that agricultural space and who are not in that session. It was a very big session at Ole Sereni, and it had to do with value for her and what they are funding. We were there as financiers, and we were telling you where the opportunities, and it was specific to women in agri. So where do you play? If you're a woman who is importing or who is stocking up, who is trading, we have things like stock finance. Stock finance, we are giving up to 10 million unsecured. Karibuni. Hello? Tuko pamoja? Yeah. Watu kikomba wanajibamba. Si ndio? So review what you're doing, see what you're doing. The products are there, and that's why we are here. That's why banks now have these CVPs that are specifically addressing women, because the need has been identified, and now we are working with you depending on what you're doing, where you are, and again, where you want to go. So,
Okay, Catherine, thank you very much, Rose.
I'll say just one thing: identify yourself. When you walk into the bank, you say, I run a female-owned SME. Who can I speak to? Okay, so let's not just walk in and say, I want some banking services, or I want this and that. I think it's very good to spend a few minutes and just write 20 words of how you're going to be describing yourself every time you walk somewhere. I am blah, 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 and I am looking to speak to somebody who is responsible for this segment. I think if you do that consistently, then you will find yourself in front of the right people many times.
Thank you. We must have a comment from Dr. Teresia.
Yes, thank you. I wanted to say something before we went to the last person, that we were asking why women do not apply such funds. One thing, it is also good to know that sometimes we get lazy and we don't want to go a big way of looking for money. We do a very good narrative when we are telling about our stories, but when it comes to writing, I don't know what happens. I just want to encourage you, because I've been writing a lot of proposals, and when you write a proposal, the narrative is so good, but when you go to budgeting, I'm telling you, that's where the problems are. I want to request the SPDC, because we in Kiambu, we are part of SPDC, to try to partner and to link most of the women here with such trainings, and also bring them to the bank. You see now, when you go to the bank, sometimes you go and go back because you do not even qualify. But when it comes to something like writing, there is proposal, there is this budget, and you know, I don't think that the bank will sit down and tell you, do this, do this. Yes, ndo atakwambia, lakini kuna masahesabu ingine atakwambia. So, kindly, I would like if the Stradmore can bring the SPDC to try to link between the SMEs and the banks, so that the women will be able even to assess such loans, and also to write the proposals that are winning. Ama namna gani? Because we want to write the proposal which can win. It's not that we take a whole day writing proposals and then it goes, it is being rejected. I know there are a lot of money that is being given, a lot of us, but when it comes to that proposal writing, and again to the budget to work tunaruka kabisa. Yes, what else did I want to say? Let me say thank you so much for listening unto us. It was such a good discussion, and I want to tell women, every woman can do a business. Let us go and empower other women and Gen Zs and tell them that business is possible.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Teresia. I'll now just request, I know Dr. Teresia has said her last word, and Catherine is saying, do you want one word, one sentence? Catherine has said, you must tell us one last sentence to the women and financing.
think one of the things that I reflected upon is that running business and being successful is a gradual process. And so I'll just take half a minute and share with you. I once went to Tanzania and I went to a farm that actually has a business for milk. And I found they were packaging yogurt and different types of milk. And I said, how did you do this? Because I wanted to leapfrog and become that. And it was a family-owned business, and they told me this is the third generation. So my parting shot is, it's gradual, it's all about growth.
Thank you. Your parting shot, Rose?
No situation is permanent. Tuko pamoja? So hata kama umefinyiliwa ni nani, wapi, lini, si from today, si umekuja Strathmore University na ukakaa hapa the whole day na kesho. Si sasa tu jipe tu, yani I don't know, jipe moyo, inaitwaje jipe? Yeah, and then as you go about your business, weka makasiriko chini, weka attitude chini. Muliona mama moja ako na kipara. Jana niliamuka nikasikia nywele nikafunga tuka kitambaa na tukaenda, hatujakufa, si ndio? Si nimetembea hapa, mumeona hips? Sini zangu. So if somebody told me I'm fat, tunatoana wapi na yeye? Labda mzee alilipia hii vile iko na nikireduce naweza acho. Tena wengine wananunu na mimi nimepewa free na Mungu. So unajiangalia pia, unajichocha. And as you go about your business, just know that there are some people, just think about who taught you. Sawa? Who taught that person, who taught you, and then learn to live with each other peacefully. Learn to take what is yours. There is enough for everybody in this world. And like you are told, integrity is very important. Your name, your legacy. There are people I meet after very many years, and I'm still the same. Bubbly Rose, been through character beating kidogo, watoto unajua vile wanakukimbizanga, si ndio? Na wazee huko. Lakini tuko tu bado pale pa. Find Branis, jana nilikwambia unaitwa nani Branis? Branis Adongo. And I told you to find who? When you find Adongo, wachana na Rose. When you find Kamene, when you find, say yourself, ile akatikati, Achieng, Waboi, Wanjiro, Jerry, when you find that person, then everything else starts to flow with you. May God bless you. May God bless the work of your hands. And when you go on your phones, just type up kwa Google, according to your faith. You will see what comes out. According to your faith, the verse will complete itself. I was taught that by my colleague yesterday. Just on Google, type according to your faith. I wish you well. I salute you and I welcome you. You saw our CEO is also female. Yeah, tuko mbele. Sawa. Aya, sawa. We appreciate you and we salute you for the good work you do.
Thank you. Brother?
So for me, first is just to congratulate you as entrepreneurs. I believe everybody here is an entrepreneur. So congratulations. It's not a journey for the faint-hearted. And I think you had the moderator saying, biashara yako, did you start it because somebody else did or not? And I think the gentleman who asked the question asked, what value are you bringing to the table? The secret to how I've been able to stand out in front of, giants, when I was starting, there was only one company that had been a monopoly, protected by government, to package tea. I came out because I brought in value. We're the ones who brought in flavored tea into Kenya. Not only did I stop there, I've always made sure we use natural 100%. So if it's ginger, we are milling. If it's cinnamon, we are milling. Wengine wanaweka tu madawa or chemicals in there because it's cheaper, it's faster. For us, we are seasonal. Sometimes we can't find chamomile, but we look for it. So you need to have a business today that stands out. We're living in a world of abundance. Nabado, you've heard, we're going to be a population of 2.4 billion by 2050. So you're competing with big numbers. So if you want to just start at mine is a saloon, sijui ninafanya kitu, you have to be unique, you have to bring value to the table. Now the beauty about that is consumerism is really, really big. So, people are consuming a lot. Urbanization is really increasing. So the market is there. And the good thing about this market, and you've seen it especially like you're saying with your Gen Zs, they don't want the same. In fact, I don't want what my mother has. I don't want. So find out what they want. Begin your business with what problem are you solving. Once you know the problem you're solving, model your business around that. Now, wale wengine already that you've started the other way around because somebody did, go back and interview your market and ask them, why do you buy mine as opposed to hers, or this one as opposed to that, and create your purpose. I think she mentioned purpose-driven businesses are the future. And it's not the future ya ukotene, it is the future that is beginning now. So congratulations, the future is female, and please stand up and continue to be counted.
So thank you very much, my panelists. You have just been great. And for the audience, we thank you for your patience. And also beyond that, as you go out, just know there is enough financing for businesses. But what you require is the confidence to go and ask for it. So as you go out, know you are the boss in your business, own it, and ask for the money that you want. Thank you very much. And over to you, MC.
Just as the NC is coming up, we also run too fast for business. Sorry, allow me to say that again. We also run too quickly for money. Do you know in the order of what businesses need and why businesses fail? Money is not number one, number two, number three. So sometimes we are saying, I can't stand this, I can't do this because I don't have money. You can't do that because you haven't researched it. You can't do that because you don't know what you're doing. You can't do that because you don't know what you're bringing, and then unajificha hapo na pesa. So make sure you have your order correct.
Amazing. That was such a quality session. Let's give the panelists another round of applause. Well done. The future is female. All right. Mtukumbuke tafasal. Now we are going to go into the gifting session. Just to appreciate, we have a culture in Strathmore to say thank you to the people who continue to add value to us. So I will call upon Eunice Muthoni, our head of entrepreneurial programs, to be the one to give the gifts to this, to our esteemed panelists. We'll start with Dr. Teresia Njora, CEO, Baraka Women's Center. So much she's doing on the ground. We appreciate you. Rose Kamene, such a personality. I mean, didn't you appreciate that? Head of Women Banking, Family Bank. With a rich heritage and legacy, Flora Mutahi, founder and CEO, Melvin Marsh International. Last but not least, Catherine Olaka, HF Group, HR. She's farming, by the way. That was exciting to hear. Somebody actually did mention that most of the money is going to come from agri. Yeah? That was an active statement that was made. Yes? The billionaires. Yes. We would not have done this without the able leadership and moderation of Esther Masharia. Let's appreciate her, CEO, G-Tri Company Limited. All right, let's appreciate them again one more time. Thank you so much. All right, day one done and dusted. That was amazing. Success. I will console myself that it's the amount of wisdom that is concentrated in your head right now. Success? Insight? Good. So if I was you, I am not. But if I was you, I'd sit down and reflect and have key action points, things that you will do. I think there was a very heavy lean towards the sentiment that mesoma enough. Now let's put something into action. And that would be something really good for you to think about as you head home. Just take some time, reflect, have some action points, put some timelines to it, so that now when you're going to see people like Catherine, and you're going to see people from Family Bank, the conversation is more structured. When she tells you what do you want, you're very clear-minded in terms of the kind of conversation that you're bringing to her, because that's something that's very important. My personal takeaway, as one who has not sat in such forums as many times as I would want to, is that change starts with awareness. And I can tell you, as somebody who's on the other side of it, the level of awareness that has come to me about the opportunity and the ability that women have is very encouraging, because very close to home, I know somebody who has had to sell a car because they did not have financing that I've just found out you could have given. They have stock in Gikomba, they're only looking for 400,000. Gave money to a Shylock, car, gone. And there are people here who can give up to 10 billion. Do you see how that information, 400,000 and 10 million, I'm talking about somebody very close to home, right? And so this information is very important. Let's go out, let's spread the word. We'd rather find chairs again tomorrow. But please call them in. Are we together? These are very informative sessions, very life-changing sessions. Now, to land the plane, help me welcome Juliet Tafadhali. I'm going to give her a better round of applause.
So I'm landing the plane. Okay. So, being that we're in a learning institution, I am just back here to do that trivia. I have gifts. Charles said, from the goodness of our heart, we are giving gifts. Just because we feel like we want to give you gifts. So, you remember that question about the Expo? I think the winner was on this side. Maybe I should speak more to this side. So, you visited the booths, have you? So there's someone who visited. She was visitor number 5? Yes, visitor number 5. The business, Rose, you've spoken a lot about it. I think also Dr. Teresia spoke about it. Mambo ni mangapi? Matatu. Ya kwanza? Women. Kweli. Ya pili? Climate change. Ya tatu? Youth. So this business in particular is women-led, and it looks after young mothers. Dr. Teresia, again, I heard you speak about that, and Rose. So that business, visitor number 5, that business is called By Her. It's at the farthest corner. On this side, farthest corner. So visitor number 5 was, is it Zaiba? Zaiba, yes. Is Zaiba in the room? Zaiba might have left, right? So I'll go to the next business. Now that was women. This one is climate change. Until I find a winner, isn't it? Yes, you know, he's standing there with gifts and he wants to give them away. So we have this business. This business converts sewage water to reusable water. It's the Fast Tent. Fast Tent, same side. It's run by engineer Lucy Wanjiko. So the engineers again, so women can. Now visitor number 5, forgive me, they refused to give me the name. I had to take a screenshot. It's Esther Mwangi. I don't know it's which Esther Mwangi. How many Esther Mwangis do we have? Yeah? Charles, can I try? Oh, there's an Esther Mwangi. Oh, good. Let's give her a round of applause.
She has claimed it. If you are an Esther Mwangi shida yako, this is the one who claimed it. Karibu.
Maybe we could ask her one thing she remembers about the business. Isn't it? Just one thing.
Which business? The one you went to. Wow. Should we give someone else this gift?
Yes, the sewage, they clean water, they clean the sewage water, and the water becomes clean, and then you can use it for irrigation or use in cleaning, but not drinking.
won fair and square. A round of applause for Esther Mwangi. Now, as you may know, I know Charles, Anthony, and myself did not tell you this, but the question about TikTok. How many are on TikTok? We are on social media. We are live right now. We've been live all day. And so my next gift will be to the first person who put out a post. My preferred platform is Instagram, so I'll go to Instagram and tagged Strathmore Business School or Strathmore University. She's been, well, I think it's she because her name is Nthenya. It's Nutrition by Nthenya. And she's been highlighting panel sessions throughout. She's not done the expo, but she's been highlighting panel sessions all day. So is Nutrition by Nthenya in the room? Are you we will confirm tomorrow. Charles, should I give it to represent the executive assistant of Nutrition by Nthenya? So let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. We continue to encourage you to visit the booths. The reason we have the conference and the expo is just so that after you learn, you also get an opportunity to interact with the businesses that women run. So pass by there, meet a new supplier, a new business partner, a new collaborator, leave with something, right? And please feel free to take a photo, post it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can tag us at Strathmore Business School. On Instagram, we are SBS Kenya. On Twitter, we are at SBS Kenya. Facebook is Strathmore University Business School. And also tag us on LinkedIn, Strathmore Business School, so we can keep this conversation alive. So Charles wants to tell us something else clearly. Oh, the most important part. Tomorrow, please don your most beautiful African attire. Tafadhali. Tafadhali, yes. Charles, a touch of African, I'm African. However you interpret it, right?
Because these are ladies, wezi waambia tu saa hii waende washoneshe kitenge, surely.
Na ile walienda nayo
A touch of
Rurashio.
African.
Rurashio.
A touch of African.
A touch of African? So
Tomorrow,
however,
yes.
yes.
A touch of African.
And however you want to wear it, it's up to you. Sorry? The management.
The Strathmore Code.
Hizi tuvae nguo ya Strathmore hata kama it has a touch, please let's keep it within the Strathmore dress code. Tafadhali. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and being with us throughout the day, your attention and also your participation. We look forward to hosting you tomorrow for day 2 of the SME conference. Thank you so much and kwaheri. Hello. We have someone who has left their phone. So just in case you have someone who's missing a phone. Hello? Hello? We have a lost phone. Simu. Sawa. So you can pass by, talk to either me, Charles, or Anthony if you have a friend who has misplaced her phone.
Esther Nyambura Mboro. Esther Nyambura Mboro. Kindly, if you're in the room, see me, because there's something that I think you might need to have. Esther Nyambura Mboro.
Final. Finally, there's someone missing a